Josh described the five of them being in the back or trunk of a vehicle, and a interception. I don't know when they got out or when they started to see it, but Josh described about 35 entirely Pakistani army personnel, and that at the end, the five people in that car, captors, he described this morning as having been killed, and the five of them survived. So he was quite effusive in his praise for the Pakistan military. He did acknowledge he had been hurt by shrapnel, but not to worry, and the two governments confirmed that he had some damage in the leg. So that is the extent of the physical damage of that. On a later talk with Josh, he described a concern that there may have been others who were involved in the movement in the vehicles and who may have got away. But he was talking a little cryptically, very overtired on one of the more difficult days of his life. He did say the last words out of the captors were "kill the hostages, kill the bandies."
About 1 o'clock in the morning, we got a phone call that our team from the government was going to be over in 5 minutes. They'd been apparently waiting for hours in the hotel around the corner, and for permission to let us know. So as soon as I opened the door, I could see them both smiling, and they just shook their head yes. And so I gave them a big hug, and that was like, oh, really? Is this it? And it's, yeah. So that's it.
You talked to him by phone. Could you tell us a bit about what the phone call was like?
It was amazing. It's the first time I've talked to him in 5 years. So that was, it sounded like Josh. You know, he was a typical Josh. We saw it in his letters a lot. In his letters, he was very articulate always, and he always managed to talk to each of his siblings and that personally. So he kept it very personable, but he did talk about some of the horrific recovery, and it was pretty bad. So I think they were definitely traumatized a little, and but
and your grandkids, what did he tell you about your grandchildren?
He told me that the oldest one has seen, I guess, the last time we sent some pictures with the letter, and I'd sent some pictures of things I'm making for them, and so he said, the oldest boy, he said, oh, he's already picked out which sweaters are his and which teddy bear's his. So it was like, oh, that was good to hear that, you know, they're all excited. So yeah, he's, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just went out and bought 3 car seats. I think when my kids were little, car seats were like $20. They aren't now.
It's been 5 years. How do you think they're going to be able to cope, or do you think they're going to be able to cope coming back to society the way it is now?
I think they're going to have obviously some really tough times. I don't think they're aware of it because they've kept themselves strong for so long for each other and for the kids. So I think it's a bit of, they think they can keep that up, but I think it's going to catch up with them, and they're probably going to have some real crashes, I expect, but we're here for them.